Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your August 2016 General Tarot Card Read. Dee here, along with Miss Lucy.
Hello.
First off, we'd like to say thank you for all of your likes, subscriptions, and just your comments that you've given our way. We've really had a very interesting month for you guys, and we've got a really good read for you too. We're kind of excited about it. Now, that being said, this is a general read, so it may not resonate with everybody, but we do provide 3 different reads. Lucy does a read, I do a read, and then we do the read together. We also have oracle cards that we pull for you, and for you guys, we pulled 2 this month. And we also have a card that we use for your overall from your yearly read that we were told to do, and it's been working out pretty good that way. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with Lucy, and the card that she pulled for the month
Is the Empress. Now the Empress is, her action is largely internal and nurturing, of course. She's the mother figure, and surrounded with feeling and things like that. Now the advice here is to take your passion and create with it. Use her energy to help you succeed in your endeavors. The caution is here to maintain a healthy balance. Don't go overboard. Be your own loving gardener, okay? Cultivate your life. And it's also the birth of new ideas from that passion. Or just birth, childbirth, okay? And then we have the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands is, his personality here is forceful and determined and driven. Okay, when you have your mindset on a venture or a situation, you put everything you have into it. All of your energy, all of your skills are there. And you can be very close-minded when it comes to letting people give you advice. So the caution here is to be open, to be more open to taking advice from people around you because they're working with you in this venture or this activity. And to don't be overly bossy in your attitude, in the tone of your voice, in the situation that you're in, okay? Now the Seven of Wands can indicate, Seven of Swords. Sorry about that. Seven of Swords, I've got it written down right here for you. It can indicate theft or failure or something that's incomplete in your life. It could be an unknown opponent is coming at you from the shadows, being stealthy and sly and sneaky, okay? So keep in mind and take the necessary precautions. Keep all this in mind, take those precautions that you need to take. But also use a diplomatic approach. Don't get so agitated and so upset about this that you go off half-cocked. Look for a way to be more diplomatic about it. Control yourself is what I'm trying to say. And don't be impetuous, because in that direction just leads to more trouble and more disaster, okay? And the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is young energy. You have the skill set that you need. You have the knowledge that you need. It's just lacking a little bit in the experience. So perhaps you're needing something that's a little bit more challenging, that can challenge your knowledge and your skill set. Perhaps you need to move a project along, something that you've been thinking about doing, but you've taken your time. Well, now's the time to move ahead, okay? Now's the time is to engage in this project or this venture. The caution here is to think about it, make sure you're ready for it, and then go ahead. And then we have the Seven of Wands. As you can see, the gentleman there, it could be a man or a woman, but it's on these cards, they usually pick a sex. Why, I don't know. But he is standing, guarding a doorway. The doorway leads out. He does not have to stand there. He chooses to. He's standing for his beliefs, his lifestyle, his own sound judgment. Okay, if you're going to do this, make sure that your beliefs will stand this test. Make sure that your judgment is correct. and then stand for yourself. Stand for your life, okay? And then the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes called the card of fate. It's change, it's destiny, good luck, new direction. It's a life cycle. It's the life cycle is what it is, really, to tell you the truth. And it's mostly positive in nature. It really can be. It's all in your attitude and how you look at it, whether it's a yay or a nay to you. Whether you internalize it too much, because we're all in that cycle, we're all in that wheel. So be centered, be focused, and no matter the turning of this wheel, you will always be secure, okay, in yourself, in your views, in the way you live your life. Look at it as an opportunity to grow even further on the path that you have chosen. I don't blame circumstances, is the caution here. Don't blame circumstances for the way your life is going. You have had a hand in those circumstances. You've been in there mixing it up too, okay? Take responsibility for your actions and truly live your life.
You know, when I look at your spread, it's interesting because you've got swords sandwiched between swords and wands sandwiching the pentacles, and yet you've got coverage for about everything.
Yeah, you do. You have
the nurturing
Empress,
and the love.
The Empress coming in, internally nurturing. The King here, opportunities, authority, confidence, almost to the point of being, I don't know, overly confident, overly stringent. A little flexibility is needed here, okay? That is why you need the flexibility, because again, you have the 7 here. And it's about stealth, it's about, we're going to use another word, skullduggery here. Something that you didn't know, something unforeseen, someone perhaps taking advantage where they should not. And then you lead into the pentacles from that. I mean, it's...
Are you okay if I say something?
Yeah.
So, okay, so there is somebody that's watching this, that there is a situation going on at your work. You've got somebody that's being underhanded and sneaky, and you're feeling like you're having to defend yourself, and with cause. There's definitely that going on.
But again, as long as you are in balance with yourself, you know truly what you believe. You know your judgments have been sound. You know this. Then stand. Stand for yourself. Stand for your life.
And I think it's going to change. The outcome's going to be good in the end because you've got the Wheel of Fortune sandwiched.
And it's usually a positive, very positive card. Usually is a very positive card because we all have the turning of the wheel in our life. And it's how you look. It can be how you look at it and how you dwell upon that. Whether you see it as, okay, so it happened. What can I learn from it? How can I grow from it? This is actually a very, I'm going to put it, very self-centered read here. In a lot of ways. It's mostly of it is internal because of the Empress. Most of this is all internal. Okay?
Okay. Thanks for letting me jump in on you.
You're welcome.
You do that to me, so we can do it back and forth, right? All right, so for me for the month, I pulled the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is about hard work that you've done and the fact that people are watching, and now you're starting to see the success from that. People are, you know, talking about you and praising you. You've got victory and you've got triumph and all this hard work. And I think that this month is going to be about that when it comes to your work. That being said, my read is very emotional. Whereas Lucy's was not as much, but this is.
Not as much, but just nurturing.
Right. No. So I feel that at the beginning of the month, some of you are going to really feel like hopeless, especially with the 10 of Swords in play. It's almost like you're surrendering to the inevitable. You're letting things kind of drag you down. And that being said, the next card, and this is kind of a progression, so I'm going to go a little bit faster, is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is, of course, your water sign Cancer, which, of course, you are. But this talks about someone who is very empathetic. They have really good instincts. They are somebody who doesn't have total control over their emotions, but they are learning to control the emotions within. And it's almost like they have to learn to balance their moods. And here the Queen of Cups is handing out a cup and, you know, trying to get people to do that. And I think for you, you need to really embody the Queen of Cups so that you can get your emotions under control, balance yourself. Don't let the overwhelming hopelessness that you may feel pull you down to where you're not able to move forward, and you get to where that's all you focus on. You need to embody the Queen of Cups because you have a decision that you need to make. The next card is an Eight of Cups, and that talks about, it's where you're looking for a missing connection. It's where all this emotional stuff below you is just not working for you. So you literally feel like you need to walk away from a few things. You're walking away from the emotions and the different things that no longer serve you. And I think you have a decision you need to make. But this decision is actually going to be a good one, because the next card I got is the Two of Cups. Now the Two of Cups is it's like the minor lover's card in a way, but yet it's not just about love. It's about partnerships. Even like Lucy and I have a partnership. And in fact, if we do a read sometimes with us, I get the Two of Cups about her and me, because we are very much, that's a partnership. But I think for this one too, that it has a lot to do with love. So this is about attraction and love and harmony in relationships. I think once you guys walk away from the things that no longer serve you, you are going to find more harmonious relationships around you.
It opens you up for the new.
Right. And it's hard to do, because especially when you're holding on to things in your past, but it's going to make your relationship so much better if you say, I'm no longer going to do this when it comes to this relationship. Set yourself some boundaries. There's nothing wrong with doing that. You know, you need to be able to do that so that you can become the better person that you want to be and have a better relationship with somebody. If you're honest and open instead of trying to hide behind things and letting your emotions rule you all the time, that's when it can get into a lot of trouble. The next card that I pulled up is the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is somebody who is wise. She has a sword. She's not a fighter, but yet she knows how to cut through stuff. She cuts through the crap. And I really think that for you guys, you need to really cut through to the distractions and deceit that are around you. You need to speak openly and honestly. So you may start off as the Queen of Cups, but at the end of the month, you need to end up as the Queen of Swords, which is being open and honest, channeling wisdom, talking to those and being kind to those around you, but yet cutting through the bull. You just need to do that this month. And you need to do that for yourself too. Go ahead and set that up. So on a side note, while I was doing this, I literally had the King of Swords jump out of the pack. And in fact, it's rare that kind of happens to me, but when it does, there's usually a reason, because I was just doing a regular shuffle and it literally flipped out of the deck. So I really feel that there's somebody that has a King of Swords in their life, and it's time for you to become the Queen of Swords. You've been the Queen of Cups. Now, again, this doesn't mean that it has to be a female. You can be a male and still embody some of these. But that being said, you started off as the Queen of Cups. You're ending up as the Queen of Swords, and you need to, because your King of Swords is there waiting for you. And you need to be able to cut through all of this deceit that's around you guys, because you guys are a couple. So I think you might have started off as the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords together, but now you need to become the Queen of Swords, and you need to cut through, and you need to be charming as you do it, but you need to be open and honest and cut through it. All right. Okay. Now we're going to do the combined read, which is interesting too. You have the Empress and the Six of Wands. And that, again, that Empress is the nurturing and that whole...
internalized mothering, passion, creation, ideas, whatever it is. It's creation. It's creating from your passion. It's new life. It's new beginnings in ideas, in emotions, in everything. Okay.
So then you've got that combined with the Six of Wands. I think that when you're dealing with that, you're going to have to let that nurturing side foster these new ideas in you, and when you do, you're going to be acknowledged. So go ahead and take the time to really foster those new ideas when it's whether it's your creative process or whether it's at your work. But go ahead and do that, because it's a good combination.
And do remember one thing, as with all mothers, even your ideas, sometimes you need to let them go.
All right. I really feel that there's somebody that is overwhelmed with the King of Wands. In fact, I see it almost like where he's on top and he's causing a lot of problems. And again, this doesn't have to be somebody, it could be either, so it's somebody who embodies the King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who's very cocky, very confident, usually a fire sign. And it's somebody who's...
Not that they're not entitled to those attributes.
Right, because they've come to them honestly. Yes. But I really feel that for you, Cancer, it's kind of overwhelming you, and you're feeling like hopeless in this relationship. And I think that you need to seek some help. In fact, as I'm seeing this, I keep seeing this, seek wisdom and guidance. You need to be able to talk to somebody about this. Now, it doesn't have to be a counselor or a therapist, but it might be somebody that you need to do that with. Or it could be somebody that you trust, like an older friend, or maybe even your parents that you need to talk to about this. I think that it's something that could be turned around, but I think right now you're feeling pretty overwhelmed and everything too. So go ahead and seek help and get what you need.
This is your life too.
Right.
Not just that person.
No, not just that person.
It's your life. You have a right to be happy.
And then I see this, and I see somebody's being sneaky and doing something that they're not supposed to. And they're a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, of course. And I think you're going to be found out. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself, which is funny because I said that in another one too. But I really think that there's somebody either doing this or somebody is doing that to you. That's a water sign, and they're being sneaky and stealing from you. And you kind of have an idea and you're being intuitive about it. Well, your intuition's right. I would say that you need to check it out. Yeah, check it out. Keep your emotions under control. Don't go bah and totally try to run over somebody on the situation.
Don't totally self-destruct.
Yeah, because it's not going to work with you on this.
No, and it won't be worth it to you in the long run. Really.
And then when I was looking at this is a couple. There's a King of Wands and a Queen of Cups, and I don't know right now that if there's somebody that is a Queen of Cups that is looking for a king, but you should be finding somebody this month that is a fire sign. Which is, of course, Aries, Sagittarius, and hold on, sorry, I'm sorry. Yeah, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. But be careful. I keep feeling a caution when it comes to this. It's so easy when you're dealing with a fire sign with water, because at times us as water signs, and I'm a water sign too, and Lucy's a fire sign. But it's easy to get where one of them will extinguish the other, and you have to keep that in mind. So, but they'll be coming your way this month. Yeah, exactly. Then you got the Page of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. And like Lucy said, this is a young energy when it comes to finances and earthly resources and trying to check it out. And then the Eight of Cups is walking away from your emotional and things that no longer serve you. And I really think that you're going to have to use some discernment this month when it comes to your finances. There's going to be some new stuff coming at you, but you need to be able to divorce your emotions from the situation. Look at it as a
use your skills and your knowledge.
Yeah,
yes, and your benefit.
Yeah, and don't be emotional about it. You're going to have to cut through the emotion and just really look at what you need to do for your resources.
Bottom line.
And some of it's going to be kind of new for you, and you're not going to know what to do. But just seek your help and keep your emotions out of it as much as possible. Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups. I see some fighting going on in some relationships right now. There's some of you that may feel that you're backed against the wall. You're having to defend yourself in your relationship all the time. But there's a doorway behind you, and you need to just stand firm in what you believe and don't poke at the person. But set your boundaries and say, no, this is what's happened. Speak truth. That's what it is.
This is what I need.
Yeah. And this is what I need. Speak truth.
And accommodate this.
Right. Yeah. And don't be afraid to ask, because if you just sit and complain about it and don't ask for it,
it's going to change.
No, it's not going to, it's that adage, you have not because you ask not. If you don't ask for it, or if you don't say what you need, you're not going to get it. People can't read minds. So,
and if you're wrong, be willing to admit it and change.
Exactly. Then I see with the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Swords.
Yeah, it's cutting through the bull.
Yeah, it's really cutting through a lot of stuff, and I think it's going to change a lot of your fate, and I think it's going to be in a good way. You just got to cut through stuff And you know what? You're the master of your own. In fact, I think you were kind of talking about that. You know, you're the one that's kind of made your circumstances, and you have a chance to turn things around
We
if
all
that's
make
what you want.
decisions.
You just need to cut through it and be honest.
Yep.
And be open to that.
Right.
Okay, so we pulled I already showed you guys the oracle. I really think that there are some of you that are going to need to find somebody that you can talk to, that you feel comfortable with, and get the counseling that you need. Don't be afraid to share, and don't clam up to where you're not doing that. But that being said, Lucy pulled this card. It's called Dragon's Lair, and I'm going to have her read it to you.
You are always protected and divinely directed. You have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is the one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you will be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there is greater value in risk-taking than in remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered.
Do you have anything you want to add?
Nope.
All right. Cancer,
That's
sounds
it.
like you got kind of an interesting month coming up ahead of you.
Yeah.
But we'll be thinking about you. Let us know if this resonates with you. Again, if it does not resonate, look at your rising and your moon and your sun sign, because that might be a little bit more of what's going on with right now in your life. Thank you. Thank you for all of your likes and subscribes and all that kind of stuff. And we look forward to talking to you next month. Walk in peace, light, and love.
Goodbye.